Now for our featured story of the day. Will Michael Dell's Bitcoin buy spark a $100,000 God candle? Let's discuss it, family. And the headline here reads, Bitcoin tops Michael Dell's poll on X, outshining AI in love with other with 64,000 votes. And this is Michael Dell right here. If you're not familiar with him, he is the founder, CEO of Dell. I think it's Dell Computers, right? Now, Dell is one of the most successful companies in the world. They have billions upon billions of dollars in excess cash, which may be parked already in Bitcoin or in the process of doing so from a lot of his cryptic, not so cryptic tweets. Now, I mean, the 14th richest man in the world smash buying a tremendous amount of Bitcoin, let's hypothetically say $1 billion or $500 million, would definitely move the needle. Is that what's moving the needle right now in the market? Let's break this baby down, shall we? And make sure you can read this clearly. You should be able to see the majority of it. Yeah. So June 28th, billionaire Michael Dell, the founder and CEO at Dell, mentioned Bitcoin again on social media. He initiated a poll asking users to choose what they considered the most important amongst AI, Bitcoin, love and relationships, and none of the above. And by Saturday afternoon, Bitcoin emerged champion, top choice, garnering 43% of the 64,000 votes. So here you have it, the 14th richest man on the planet on paper, asking the question. 550,000 people saw it, 64,000 people voted, and the official vote, 43% for Bitcoin. 39% love and relationships. That means the majority of the people believe Bitcoin is more important than love and more important than relationships. Wow, that's fantastic. And only 9% with AI. So very interesting. And 8% of the people said none of the above. So while the Bitcoin led the poll, love and relationships ranked second, as I mentioned, with 39.2% of the votes. AI receiving 9.3% and none of the above, 8.3%. This poll from Dell follows his recent conversation with the one and only Michael Saylor, with MicroStrategy founder. Initiating before the weekend, Dell's poll attracted numerous comments from X users, including the platform's owner, Elon Musk. And in fact, Michael Dell also did another tweet of the Cookie Monster eating Bitcoin. If that's not a sign that he is stacking sats, I don't know what else is. Now, Musk, Mr. Elon, shared sentimental fool that I am. I tap love and relationships. Ha ha ha. Well, Elon, I know you're an enemy of Bitcoin, so I expect nothing less from you anyways. Pierre Rocard, Vice President of Research at Riot Platforms, remarked, number 1, God, number 2, family, and number 3, Bitcoin. Others chimed in with, Bitcoin, fix the money, fix the world. And prior to this poll on June 21st, Dell conducted another poll asking what people thought would be the next big breakthrough in tech, offering options like quantum computing, AI, blockchain, and space tech. Now, that poll had 30,000 votes concluded with blockchain, leading at 38.6%. Another win for the biddies. Now, Dell's recent interactions with his audience highlight the ongoing fascination with Bitcoin's societal impact as debates over AI, love, and innovation persists. Bitcoin's lead in the poll underscores its lasting appeal to digital age enthusiasts, at least on X. Given that the high concentration of the crypto proponents on X, often called crypto Twitter, now we got to call it crypto X, eh? The poll conducted on another type of platform will likely yield different results. Well, that's a given, fam. Now, you got to keep in mind, a lot of these companies that have excess money, like the MicroStrategies, they're sitting on so much cash, they're losing hundreds of millions per year due to inflation, just like the melting ice cube that Mikey Saylor described. So let's discuss this. If they're sitting on $5 billion in cash, they're losing roughly, and these are just random numbers I'm throwing out there, but let's say they're losing $200 million per year. This is the same situation Michael Saylor was in 2020 with MicroStrategy, and he had to figure out, how do we stop the bleeding? How do we stop all of this U.S. fiat monopoly money from losing its value, just sitting there? And he discovered the answer. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Let's put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And in fact, MicroStrategy did just that. And in 2020 was the first publicly traded company to put the biddies on the balance sheet. And since then, he has grown his company billions and billions of dollars in unrealized profits due to the Bitcoin position and that strategy. And they now collectively hold, I believe it's like what was it, 214,000 Bitcoin or 300,000. I know he recently passed 1%, which was his initial goal, to have 1% of the Bitcoin circulating supply. Now the goal is 5% of the Bitcoin circulating supply, which is ultimately going to be, I believe that would be 1 million Bitcoin. And now Satoshi, just to give you an idea, he holds roughly 1.1 million Bitcoin collectively in all the wallets if you were to add it up. But those Bitcoin more than likely will never move, which just means there's going to be 1.1 million less Bitcoin actually circulating because they're just going to be sitting in cold storage. And now recollecting the number of the biddies for MicroStrategy, it was 214,000 until their recent purchase. They just smash bought 700 million. So now it's like another 14,000. So they're killing the game right now. And that's one company. So again, now you have Michael Dell company, potentially smash buying Bitcoin right now. Will they officially announce it? Maybe when they're done with another major purchase. I have no idea. At this current moment in time, it's speculation. There's also speculation that Mr. 100 could be Michael Dell. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. Now, how many other companies are going to be able to stack this level of Bitcoin? Not many. We're going to have a supply shock as well as a demand shock more than likely later this year because there is a very small amount of biddies currently available on the exchanges. And when you have big companies making billion-dollar purchases like the MicroStrategies or potentially Dells, there's very little Bitcoin to go around. And Bitcoin has number go up technology. And one thing is for sure, while I can't guarantee you where the Bitcoin price action will be in the future, we can have fun, we can speculate with predictions, which we do all the time. But one thing I can guarantee you is that the purchasing value of the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease as they continue to print money. And that's precisely what they will continue to do, regardless if Trump is the POTUS or Biden Poopy Pants remains the POTUS. They're going to continue printing. So that's a certainty. So the dollar is doomed. You're witnessing it right now. Inflation is no joke. Real estate is through the roof. Food prices are through the roof. It's only going to get worse. The only antidote to save yourself from this corruption of the fiat money printing and the money printer, stack them sats. As simple as that. It's the ultimate savings. One more guarantee. The purchasing power of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power. That's all you need to know. Treat the biddies as your savings account. Don't save in fiat. In fact, those who save in fiat currency, what do we call them, folks?
That use fiat currency, we call them poor.
Bada boom, bada bing. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts, fam. And no, this is not a Max Kaiser quote. If it was a Max Kaiser quote, I would have quoted his name. I didn't put his name. So this is not a Max Kaiser quote, just FYI. And shout out to Max Kaiser while we're on the topic. Didn't Mr. 100 sell last month and then bought back? He was kind of silent for a little bit, but he started smash buying again more recently. So he's back on the move. That's why it raised speculation. Could it be Michael Dell? We don't know. It could even be a nation state, right? It could be a sovereign wealth fund. Game theory in full effect. That's right, DJ.
Poor. We call them poor.